One thing I talked about a lot when it comes to education in recent years, when I was on podcasts, on interviews, or on panels speaking or whatever, it's always been the idea of mirrors and windows. And I wonder if anybody else believes in this or has the same kind of frame of thinking as I do, especially if you're a parent, guardian, or an educator yourself. When it comes to learning for young children, right, the idea of mirrors and windows, right, being able to either see themselves reflected and or also see windows, right, out into the world, and knowing that other people exist, right, other ways of life, other cultures. Where do you stand on that? Have you seen the value in that? Do you have that same type of belief and stance as I am? I'm just curious, like where people are positioning, because with creating things like what I'm doing with STEM 1000, that's the basis of it, right? That's the foundation where you can see reflected in it, right? When we talk about representation, or even a lack of representation, the need for an increase in visuals of people that you might not necessarily see regularly doing certain things. For example, Black people in STEM, right? Latino people in STEM, indigenous people in STEM, women in STEM, right? Where we see those disparities, making a case, right, and providing something, of value, right, to basically say no, that's not the whole story, right? The lack of representation or non-existence is not really the truth. But also at the same time, having awareness of other people, right, exist in the world.